In this video, we are going to replace the old radiator with the new one, this new vertical one. So firstly, we're going to switch off the water and the mains tap. You should find it. There are different places in the house, but here we've got it in the kitchen underneath the worktop. Switch off the main cop just so that we don't get any major leaks from the old radiator when we open it. So that's the new radiator, nice modern vertical one, and that's the old one that we're going to remove. Which should look good. So we're going to remove it. So we'll start unscrewing the main bits where the pipes are coming in from underneath the floorboards. We've obviously we've removed the floorboards there, removed the pipes. Just expect some water to come out, so have the bucket ready, otherwise you'll start flooding the place. And obviously you've switched it off. So we're unpacking the new vertical designer radiator. Not an issue, any sort of radiator. We've got a nice radiator there to fit in that small vertical space in the living room. It's one of the reasons why we wanted to remove the old radiator, because it would be in the way of having the sofa up against the wall. So we're screwing in the hooks from the packaging, quite self-explanatory. There's a nice instructor manual in the box that comes with the new radiators. So don't be afraid to order new radiators and follow this video to replumb it. So we've got the pipes coming out of the floor. When you remove the old radiator, make a note of where the thermostat pipe is. So where the original pipe goes into the old radiator, where the thermostat is, that's the inlet to where the thermostat is. We need to position that pipe at the same position on the new radiator. So wherever the thermostat is on the new radiator, we follow that pipe in. So that's what I'm doing now. We've got the pipes that were originally connected to the old one, and now what we're doing is we're extending these pipes to the new location underneath the floorboard. I'm using 15mm plastic pipes with quick fit fittings. You can get the straight couplers that extend the pipes, and then right angles, which you'll see in a few moments when we position for the new radiator. So you're also going to need, if you've got floorboards and these pieces of wood that go across to support the floorboards, bear in mind that it's quite hard cutting, but you're going to need to guide the pipes through those or underneath by cutting holes through or cutting slices into them. But don't go too far, don't ruin the structural integrity of those joists, those wooden joists. That's the name I was looking for. So we've got the right angles now positioned. Also, another thing to note is that we've put some insulation, foam insulation, over the pipes, over the plastic pipes. That's just to keep as much warmth in the warm water that comes through the pipes as possible as it makes its way to the new radiator. You see here that on the vertical bit coming out of the floorboards, I've then changed to copper pipes. Just 15mm copper pipes. They do go into the plastic quick fit fittings, so you can go from plastic into the quick fit fitting into copper, no problem at all, and they seal nicely around the copper pipes. And this is what I had to do because annoyingly we've got a joist in the way of that up pipe from the pipes that are running underneath the floorboards into that space. That was quite hard going. So obviously using the multi-tool to cut the difficult floorboards. Bear in mind you're going to need to factor in some time to bring up floorboards. It's not as easy as it looks, especially with the old ones and the old nails. They are well bedded in, and it's quite some work to get rid of these floorboards. Try not to destroy them, otherwise you'll need to buy some new ones. So trying to be nice and careful. Cutting some slots now in the joists, ready for the right angles to fit nicely. We've measured it out, measured where the taps are on the new radiator, the width, and then measured it onto the joist, and then cut these slots into the joist so that the pipes can go into the correct position and then come up. If you don't do this and they don't align perfectly, the pipe will bend into the connection, which is not what we want at all. So we've hooked the brand new radiator up. Now we're screwing on the valves, which sometimes come with the radiator, other times they don't. You just read on the website when you purchase the radiator. They'll tell you whether, and they'll recommend the correct one. So just screw on, but what you want to do on the screw is cover it in PTFE tape. So you want to try and give that a nice circle around the thread with PTFE tape about 6 or 7 times, a good amount of PTFE, and you'll see here that is the PTFE tape. It's very flimsy but sticks nicely to the thread. So we're going to wrap that quite a few times around that, and then that will stop any leakage when we put the valves on. That needs to go on every single threaded item in the new radiator. So at the top, if you look up right to the top of the new radiator, there'll be those pressure valves, and the other valve on the other side will need to come out and put the PTFE tape on that thread. So we're just going to screw that in now with the PTFE tape nice and firmly. And there we have it. That shows you the ice insulated plastic pipe underneath the floorboards going into the copper vertical pipes, just for aesthetics really. That's the reason why I've used the copper pipes to come vertical. It just looks better than having plastic go into a quite a nice looking vertical designer radiator. So I've also had to obviously cut slots into the floorboards to fit around the pipes.